Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and his beautiful wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. If you're new here, I would like to welcome you and to ask you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you are a returning visitor, I do thank you for your support. So, what did I want to speak about today? So, today I wanted to talk about Harry and Meghan's docu-series, which dropped a few days ago, maybe 2 days, 3 days ago, something like that. But I have been way too frazzled, busy, just, I wasn't able to watch it right away because I'm really quite behind on a few of my deadlines. And so I wasn't able to make my videos. I was feeling really bad about that, and I'm feeling bad about being behind on all my other responsibilities, and just in general, just feeling a little overwhelmed, to tell you the truth. But I was able to watch, I think, the two and a half, first two and a half episodes, and what are my impressions? Well, first is I feel like people have not really been reacting to it, and it's kind of like I wonder whether it's me, whether it's because I've been so busy and frazzled that I don't really have time to scroll around the internet to see what people are saying, or is it because people are really not saying much about it? And I wondered why that would be. For me, I think, based on what I have seen, that it did not, I was so sort of prepared for it to be this thing where they talked a lot about, for example, the royal family, and said many bad, horrible things about them, and how am I going to respond to that? Because I think the media has done such an incredibly good job of selling the message that they were going to say all these bad things about the royal family. And I mean, I think it was just so pumped up in that way that I was bracing so much for just all of these awful things and trying to prepare of like how would I respond. And then I watched it, and then I thought it has nothing to do with the royal. I mean, it had everything to do with the royal family and nothing to do with the royal family. In fact, it was really a documentary, really, which is what it is, a docu-series. It's not a reality show, which is what I think in my mind and in the minds of a lot of people is what it was supposed to be. It's not a reality show. It really is a documentary. And what I liked about it was I felt like it was a very sort of intelligent sort of reporting of historical facts, for one thing, which was very refreshing in a way and informative also. And it was just sort of, a narrative of Harry and Meghan's experience, after they met. But at the same time, it didn't sort of go into a lot of the romantic, kissy feely, like intimate things that I guess a lot of people expected, perhaps myself to some extent also. Like, for example, one time, I have to have a little bit of my cappuccino before it gets completely cold. And notice I'm using my yellow cup today. This is my design, which I did on vistaprint.com. And this one says Vindication, which would be perfect for Meghan. I wish I could, oops, I have lipstick all over the cup. I wish I could send her like a set of my cups, because they all just, whatever. But, um, mm, mm. So, where was I? So there weren't all those sort of, touchy-feely, intimate details. Like, for example, in the trailer, as I was saying, there were certain pictures that I don't recall seeing them in the docuseries. It could be because I watched really quickly because I've been very, very frazzled and very, very busy and very, very overwhelmed with the fact that I'm so far behind in all my documentaries because I've spent so much time making videos about Meghan and Harry and da 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 da. But there were certainly, I think there were pictures, like for example, one with Meghan sitting on the kitchen counter and Harry kissing her in the tux. I didn't see what that connected to in the docu-series, or when Harry was um, playing the guitar for Meghan, or when she was crying, or things like that. I don't recall seeing those, so I think maybe I have to watch it a second and third time to really catch all those details when I'm not so like multitasking and distracted. And so how did I feel about that? I sort of felt like, not that I felt disappointed, but because I feel like the documentary was a documentary, and that's what they said it was. It's a documentary, and it was very intelligent, and I liked how they, you know, harkened back to historical facts about, you know, colonialism and different things like that. Um, and um, and you can see that it was in fact made when they said it was made, and they didn't go in and edit the way that the press told us they were editing, because Meghan still had her baby weight on, you know, by and large. And so it's just a documentary, and it's a very intelligent documentary. And so maybe it lacked the sort of reality TV aspect, which is not who and what they are. Certainly Meghan seems like she wants to stay as far away from reality TV as possible. And yeah, so yeah, it was interesting in that sense, is that it's very informative, it's very intelligent, but at the same time, there wasn't sort of all the, you know, kissy feely romantic stuff that I was kind of expecting. But in a way, I'm relieved that they didn't do it, because I was never really for them doing that anyway. I feel like it's too much, and it will be interesting at first, but then it's something that would, you know, be used against them later on. And I love the fact that there really wasn't any negativity about his family that I discerned, certainly. So it's funny, because at the same time, I'm like, well, why is everybody so silent about it? I feel like everyone is silent about it. I don't know, as I said, if it's because I don't have time to sort of go around because I have my deadlines. I mean, you should see the pile I'm dealing with. Or if it's that they can't think of what to say, which would be hilarious in a way, if it's because they can't, you know, think of what to say. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was very, very intelligent, and you know, I'm looking forward to next week to see the rest and to see the, you know, the whole thing. And, you know, hopefully I will have more time. I mean, and speaking of time, I'm definitely going to be a bit more sporadic between now and the end of the year. I've got a major project I'm working on, and I've got to finish it up. And of course, the holidays and traveling and just everything. So I'm really not even sure. I mean, I don't think this is my last video for the year. I don't think. But if it is, um, don't be surprised, you know, because it could possibly be. So I want to say happy holidays to everybody. And thank you for following me. And just in case I don't get to come back on between now and the new year, because, you know, I will be traveling, and I am working on a project that is I'm behind on, and as fascinated and as fascinating as Meghan and Harry are, I can't keep up with them. I mean, you know, unless they go to Sandringham or something like that. If nothing big happens, it's possible that I will come back on in January, and if something big happens, I'll definitely drop everything and try to get to it, of course. But just in case, I wanted to say happy holidays to everybody, and I wanted to wish you safe holidays and invite you to come back in January to see what's new on my channel. Okay? So take care. This could be temporary though, because as I said, if something big happens, or if I have a slow day, or if I get ahead of my writing. I mean, I'm working on a very big project that I'm like weeks behind. You know, if something big happens, I'll definitely come back on. But if not, this could be our last meeting until 2023. Okay, so yeah, bye. Thank you for listening. Bye.